According to Mishi et al., 1 in 5 people in the world use Facebook. That is 1.5 billion people who use the app daily. Every day, people post 1 billion times to Facebook and make 400 million tweets on Twitter. Facebook is the most used app. People between the ages of 18 and 49 use social media the most. People spend an average of 2.5 hours per day on social media. I was surprised at that number. I thought it would be a lot higher. What was astonishing is that people post 12 years of videos to YouTube every day. Social media feeds the need to connect with others. People use social media for everything now, from shopping to learning new recipes, keeping up with celebrities and new trends. There are over 200 social media apps. Cognitive influences from everyday exposures to social media. First, we'll look at attentional capacity. There have been shown to be declines in attentional capacity. Research has shown that those who engage in frequent and extensive media multitasking in their day-to-day lives perform worse in various cognitive tasks than those who do not, particularly for sustained attention. And that was Firth et al. 2019 in paragraph 12. People have decreased multitasking abilities and are easily distracted with daily use of social media. We have become more reliant on the internet to learn new information. Google can be a blessing and a curse. Transactive memory is where they are able to just remember the source of the knowledge rather than attempting to store all of this information themselves. And that was Firth et al. 2019, paragraph 19. Transactive memory has been shown to help older people with cognitive decline. Social connections also help older adults to stay connected and not feel lonely. Social cognition research has shown that social media affects cognitive functions depending on the age of the person. Younger kids' brains are still developing, especially the prefrontal cortex, which is fully developed around the age of 25. Positive effects of social media. Social comparison can be good and bad. Here I will talk about the positive aspects of social comparison. It lets us look at our own thoughts, behaviors, and conversations in contrast to others. It can help us improve and look at things from a different perspective. Mishi et al. Talked about social rewards activating the brain's reward system. They talked about the ventral medial prefrontal cortex being activated when we receive likes and positive comments on social media apps. Prefrontal cortex is involved in planning, judgment, and decision making. Social media helps people connect with a broader range of people and also helps with learning new skills. Social media also increases social drive and creates a positive reputation. It can share experiences to help with others. One study found that people with a lot of followers had a larger amygdala than those with less followers, and that was Mishi et al. 2015, page 776. Negative effects of social media. Social media can take away time that we could spend with family and friends in the real world. People are disengaged with society and become consumed with social media. We saw this especially during the pandemic. Addiction occurs with continuously checking all day, not being able to go minutes without being on social media. It can be mentally unhealthy without boundaries. People live for the immediate likes and they let it define their self image. It has been shown that relying on online feedback for self esteem can have adverse effects on young people, particularly those with low social emotional well being, due to high rates of cyberbullying, increased anxiety and depression, and increased perceptions of social isolation and exclusion among those who feel rejected online. And that was Firth et al. 2019, paragraph 40. Social comparison can lead to jealousy and low self esteem. Individuals tend to portray themselves in the best light on social media sites and therefore may present misleading, positive depictions of themselves. And that was Allison et al. 2006 as cited in Schefferon 2021. Studies have shown neurocognitive alterations due to neural changes in cortical regions associated with sensory and motor processing of the hand and thumb. And that was Firth et al. 2019. So we see it not only affects the brain's functions, but also can cause decline. There's a link between social media and poor memory function. We also see that cyberbullying can lead to depression and anxiety. It has been shown that being rejected online has been shown to increase activity in brain regions strongly linked with social cognition and real-world rejection. People use filters to enhance their looks and even catfish people into believing they are something that they are not. So now I'm going to talk about how has social media cognitively affected me. Creating this PowerPoint has really opened my eyes to see that I spend entirely too much time on social media. I am definitely more easily cognitively distracted with social media. I find myself going to check my Instagram really quick and then 30 minutes has passed. It definitely also affects my self esteem. If I post a picture and I don't get many likes, I'm likely to delete the picture. I also find myself remembering where I found information, but not remembering the information itself because I'm consuming so much information. I also find myself so entrenched that I don't pay attention to conversations with family and friends. I tune out family and friends when I am on social media. I have selective attention and find myself asking what was said in the conversation. With the pandemic, I really found myself on social media constantly, all day, every day. And I know this is not healthy physically or mentally.